Yay! We're rolling! Woohoo! Hey YouTube, it's been a while. I've had life, and life is hard. Work is a pain. Plus, I'm kind of a small fry anyway, so... Today's topic is a little bit, more political, but then again, when am I not political? Hence, like, my big old hat right there. It's one of those things that needs to be addressed, and I'm gonna do it with a bit of a story time. And it appears the train is in the station, and it left again. So, the thing that's kind of grinding my gears and eating at me right now is the abortion bans and the heartbeat bills, the death penalty threats in places like Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Missouri, soon to be Iowa, and in my home state, Governor Pete Ricketts, Governor Pete Douchebag, is going with a pro-life viewpoint. And you'll understand why I'm pro-choice in a bit. First off, these places threatening the death penalty for a woman seeking abortion, they're not pro-life, they're pro-control. Let's get that straight. They don't want anything but control. And this is a war on women's rights and on women as a whole. Okay, so yeah, story time. Prior to me starting my transition as a trans man, as a 19-year-old me who had no idea who or what I was, I was just me. I didn't fit any, mold or blocks or anything. I went to a friend's gathering and I was raped. And due to that, I got pregnant. I was a 19-year-old. I wasn't ready. I wasn't financially ready. I just lost my job. I wasn't emotionally ready. I was dealing with my own heavy stuff. I wasn't psychologically ready. I was still a child. 19 is still a kid. Your brain does not stop developing until you are 25. I live in Nebraska. Abortion has never really been an option for me because they just say, no, whatever. So, I was 19 and pregnant, without a job, without an apartment, without any chance of survival, and I ended up having the baby. If I had it my way, I would have used the opportunity, and yeah, I would have gone through with an abortion. There are counselors, there's therapy, there's ways to help post the medical procedure with those things. And yes, there will be women who regret that, but there are also some women who don't regret that. And it's their right to choose. And at the time, since I was considered female, I should have had that right. But I didn't. So instead, I had to be pregnant at 19 with no job, with me losing my apartment, with no backup plan, in a psychological rut, with a baby. Now, unfortunately for me, my baby she died in my arms. And I'll tell you one thing. It would have been a lot goddamn easier had I not looked at her in the face. And this is one of the reasons why I do see a counselor. This is one of the reasons why, I support a woman's choice. My official opinion since I started transitioning to begin with is I have a dick. It's not my choice. And a lot of these pro-lifers, they're not pro-life. They're pro-control. They want to control our rights, our actions, what steps we take, how we take them, and enough is enough. It's time to stand up and speak out. It's time to fight back. Because I don't want to live in a country that doesn't support its own citizens. I don't want to live in a country that kills its citizens for having their rights. That's not acceptable. What are we? What do we want to be? This has got to stop. There are a million ways that this can be negotiated. But this has got to stop. We denied women the right to vote. They had to fight to earn that because women are beneath men. Women had to fight and have Roe versus Wade. They had to fight to be considered equal citizens. And this is just a step backwards. And I, for one, have had enough. I stand in solidarity with all women. And that's all I can do. I can stand up, I can fight back, I can speak out, and so can you. I will not give them control of me. And you shouldn't let them take control of you either. You are an individual. You have your own rights, your own beliefs, your own thoughts. And A Handmaid's Tale is not an outline for how a government is to be run. It is a cautionary tale of what could happen. And if you don't like what's happening, stand up, speak out, contact your senators, contact your congressmen, contact your governors, and fight back. It is never one voice. It is all voices speaking in unison that win the fights. We've seen it when women got the right to vote. We've seen it when LGBT people have the right to marry. We had to fight. And you know what? We had to fight for blacks to have their rights, to be seen as equal people. And even now that still hasn't changed. There are still racist bigots out there who constantly try to push people down. We are refugees in the majority's wasteland. But are we going to stand up and fight back? Because I'm going to tell you one thing, ignoring the issues just gets people hurt. Ignoring the issues means that you don't care enough to stand up. It's okay to be afraid. I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. But I am willing to take the risk and stand in solidarity with all women for their rights. And I will always speak out for those rights. Because I understand what it is to be raped and get pregnant and not have that option. So there you go. A little bit of a story time, a little bit of a rage. little bit of a spiel, but I'm completely serious when I say, if enough is enough for you, if you have had enough, fight back. Because it's only when we all join together in unison that we can make change for the better. Remember to leave a like if you like this video. I don't really mind either way. Be respectful in the comments. I know this is going to be way pushed under the rug, but the more people talk about it, the more voices we have in unison, the better opportunities we have to change. And it's time for positive change. This life's a misadventure. I don't want to be a part of it. So let's make it a better misadventure.